About as excited as I can be. DVDs are the greatest things. They're the new thing. They're bigger than movies now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome acclaimed writer, director, actor, Kevin Smith.
Stan, to me, is a legend and a god, and don't take my word for it, though. Watch the clip.
Who is Spider-Man? He's a criminal, that's who he is.
Since their inception in the 1960s, Marvel comic heroes have traveled from comic books to television to movies and now DVDs. And the man who was there at the very beginning was Stan Lee.
I really got into comics sort of by accident. Before I knew it was 50 years had gone by, and I'm still waiting to get out into the real world.
Stan might not have made it to the so-called real world, but his imaginative world of fantastic superheroes has been thrilling audiences for years. What is even more extraordinary is that some of his most successful characters were born quite easily.
I saw a fly crawling on the wall. Spider-Man. It just sounded so dramatic and a little bit scary, and lo, a legend was born.
Right away, Spidey captured people's attention.
Spider-Man is so beloved, and really, I think he's just the most relatable superhero, and it's a great story and a journey as a young man going into adulthood and dealing with these powers.
But Spider-Man was just the beginning.
I worked with Jack Kirby. Jack was, to my mind, the best artist you could find to do superhero comics.
The Mutant Do-Gooders with their telepathic leader, Professor X, was one of Marvel's best-selling comics. Not surprising, the film series with Patrick Stewart as Professor X and Hugh Jackman and Halle Berry as X-Men Wolverine and Storm became a top-grossing movie along with the sequel films and DVDs. Another inspired creation of Stan Lee's and Jack Kirby's was The Incredible Hulk. This Marvel comic hero became a wildly successful TV series in the 70s, starring Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. And then in 2003, Hulk the movie was released, surprising even Stan Lee.
The fact that it would still be more popular than ever 40 years later, no, I wouldn't have imagined that in a million years.
One of the reasons Marvel characters are still so popular is because of their roots, which explains why Ben Affleck, one of Hollywood's hippest actors, starred in Daredevil, Marvel's latest character released this year on film and DVD.
It's a comic book that I read when I was, 10, 11, 12 years old. That was my favorite comic book, and I collected it.
Also in the film is sultry Alias star Jennifer Garner as Elektra the Assassin. So popular was her character, Jennifer is scheduled to reappear in 2005 when Elektra gets her own movie. Luckily, there is no sign that Stan Lee and his Marvel characters are slowing down. But even the imagination of Stan Lee could not guess the amazing power and endurance of these marvelous Marvel characters.
The thought of what will these be like in 40 years, it never occurred to me.
Stan Lee is a god and a fantastic man, and he deserves the award he's getting tonight. He has created more flights of fancy, more incredible worlds than both George Lucas and Steven Spielberg combined. He deserves this award, and I think if his wife Joan is up for it, I think the man deserves, at least a lap dance this evening as well. I'm proud to call myself a fan, happy to call myself a friend, and happy as hell to be giving him this award tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's recipient of the DVD exclusive Creative Achievement Award, Mr. Stan the Man Lee.
don't move. I love DVDs. I just want to tell you, I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. And you didn't have to dress for the occasion, for Christ's sake. But again, thank you. And I know this isn't seemly, but I've got to thank my wife and daughter. Thanks to Joan and JC, and 20th Century Fox and Sony and Universal and everyone who did and will do DVDs of all our strips and the things to come. It's a great industry. This was a great evening, and you've all been wonderful. Thank you very much.
Coming up next, the Best Supporting Actor Award, a tribute to Pixar and rock and roll legend Roger Daltrey, when the DVD exclusive awards continue.